Bing bong, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 19, is this?
You ask me every time, and...
Because I always forget. I think I know what it is.
I always forget, too. Quick.
I'm pretty sure it's 19. Quick, YouTube
It's 19.
Studio. It's 19?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to episode 19. My camera cannot focus. Welcome to episode 19 of Waves on the Shore, hosted by myself and my lovely co-host to my left, Jaron. We got a bunch of stuff lined up. Actually, a pretty busy agenda. It's pretty ambitious, but we're going to get through it all like the absolute beasts we are. And we're starting with some new music. There's a couple, some new releases we want to discuss a little bit. That we are going to use our words to describe our opinions. First of which is Midland. Midland, if you missed it, they came out with The Last Resort alongside the announcement of the album The Last Resort, Greetings From. I know it's a freaking weird title, but yeah, it comes out May 6th. It's 12 songs. We now have 6 of them. But granted, it's expanding from the EP, so it makes sense. I myself am very excited because
I think we're both very excited.
I mean, everyone knows my love for Midland. The poster's right there. Everything, but
we both
also
like Midland a lot.
Yeah, and also I was a big fan of the Last Resort EP, and I really wanted to see what it would sound like as a full album, fully like conceptualized. So I am, and especially with the one they just put out, the title track, The Last Resort, I am very excited for how this is going to come together conceptually, thematically. But what are you feeling, just in general, and then we can talk about the song when it comes up.
I am just very, very excited because it's been about the same amount of time for Midland as it has John Party. So I think like fall of 2019 was the last time they released an album.
Midland was August 22nd, 2019. I can remember that day. That was because that was that fun fact. That Let It Roll was the first time I ever stayed up till midnight to listen to an album.
Really?
Yeah, I got home from a campfire. I'd ordered a pair of shoes. They came in. They had a hole in them, so I had to send them back. And then I stayed up all night to listen to Let It Roll when it came out.
Wow.
And I fell asleep at some point in time and woke up the next morning like, frick, I don't even know how far I got. So I listened to it again the next morning.
It's actually, now that you're on that topic, I've got 2 memories of Midland before I became like a really big fan. Because they're up there for me. Not quite as high as they are for you, but they're up there. But like, I remember when this album came out, I went to Walmart and bought it. Because I'm a nerd and I
went
buy
to
CDs.
Walmart, just how it is.
I don't have a good where I'm around. I don't have a good like vinyl record CD like music store or anything like that.
Yeah, we got to go out of town for that stuff too.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm gonna.
But I remember buying it and then also letting one of my Zach, by viewers of the podcast, listeners of the podcast will know who
viewers
Zach is,
know Zach
probably just because I've mentioned him a bunch. But I let him borrow it. He loves Midland.
Wasn't
too.
Zach the one that did the intro last episode?
No, that was Will.
Oh, that was Will. Never mind.
Yeah,
My
Zach.
bad.
Zach writes music with me.
Right. Is he the blonde one that plays the guitar for you? Yes. Okay.
His hair is very long right now. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, I remember letting him borrow the album after I bought it and listened to it, and I was like, bro, you just gotta throw it in the car in the
Is this Let It Roll or On the Rocks?
Let It Roll. But and my other thing I was getting to is before Let It Roll came out, I remember being like, okay, these Midland people, I want to try them out because I felt like at the time I thought they were like a slightly lesser known smaller band, and they like kind of were, but not really because they had drinking problem. And I listened to the album. I remember the first time I listened to it, I was like, this is okay. And I remember it was like the week before my senior year started because I was doing my AP economics summer homework, like my summer assignments, and I ended up getting like D's and C's on those.
We don't talk about that part.
And I remember I was trying out that album while I was listening to it, and I remember being like, this isn't that good. And then like 2 weeks later, I was like, this is the stuff. This is the good stuff. It's weird that I started off not liking it very much. I'm not really sure why that is.
No, but
maybe it's because it's just so they're just so different from everything else.
Especially
all
at the
the
time.
Other modern,
especially at the time, because they were one of those like main like troubadours for neo-traditional, like, because in 2019 was when it really started to come back, because you had like Luke Combs, John Party, and Midland all hitting this stride of like success and creative quality all at the same time. Like all those 3 albums came out within like 3 or 4 months of each other. It was all over the radio. So like, yeah, at the time they were now neo-traditional, even in 2020, like 2022 and stuff. I've definitely noticed a lot more people trying out that sound. The only difference I'll say is like, I feel like there's more of a modern spin on it now that people are putting on. I look at guys like Ernest and Morgan Wallen, who that sound seems to kind of be leading the charge, and it's like it's this modern take on a pretty traditional sound.
Especially flower shops.
Exactly.
That one was surprisingly traditional to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, there seems to be this like modern touch to it.
Yeah.
Whereas back in 2019, like it was all about like who can literally like, if you played this to someone, they would say it came out in 1970. Whereas now it's just like, let's make some cool country.
People, I will do that to people with Coulter Wall. Like I'll be like, how old do you think this guy is? And when do you think this music was released?
Yeah.
And they'll always be like, oh, he's probably at least in his like 50s or something like that. And I'll be at the time.
Like, how old is he? Like 25?
When he back when he was first starting, he was pretty like young. I think he was like 18 or 19. But now he's like 24 or 25, I think.
Yeah.
But like still, it's like it's crazy. Anyway, no, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna like ask a quick question, because this always bugs me. How would you describe? Because I'm pretty sure you know the sound I'm talking about. That Ernest Morgan Wallen sound. I have a tough time putting it into words. I always just go to my same, like, it's kind of like hazy, a little like
that's
thickly layered. I never know. I can't find the words to describe it.
Well, no, I also don't really know how to describe it.
It's that sound, though. It's that sound.
They also have it's also not, to me, it's not just the sound, but it's also like the writing style. Like
yes,
Morgan
it's
Wallen
very distinct.
Morgan Wallen and Ernest songs are just very Morgan Wallen and Ernest. I feel like there's no other, but like me, when I talk to like Zach about music, I always call like Ernest and Morgan Wallen like good. I just call them the good pop country. Not that there isn't other good pop country, but like in a way they're like the, I guess, neo-traditional pop country. Yeah. At this point.
But even then, I feel like Ernest is more traditional than Morgan.
It's a mix of 2 subgenres, I guess. Neo-traditional pop country. It is a subgenre.
Well, the thing is, I feel like it's more like one or the other. Because there's a lot of songs on Dangerous, I would just say, is like a straight modern spin on a traditional sound, whereas there's other songs that are like, this is a pop song.
Oh, for sure. I think that what I was saying,
I get what you mean. I just always have a hard time pinning it down.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes there's stuff, but also they're like the songs don't all sound the same. I guess that's what we're getting to, because like there's 7 Summers, which is very, it just feels nostalgic. Like it sounds nostalgic.
Yeah, it just reeks of nostalgia.
But like just how it's produced and just the instrumentation, and then. But then you also have songs like Dangerous or Wasted on You or Warning, like, or even why can I not think of it? What's the freaking, the one with like the like the what song is that?
Oh, Living the Dream?
Yes. I couldn't think of the time. Like that's such a weird thing to me. But the thing is, it's like I've gotten to the point where the first time I listened to it, I was like, nah, this ain't it, Chief. And now after like 40 times of hearing it, I'm like, okay,
this is it, Chief.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, I get what you mean. It's interesting, but to get back on topic slightly, because we kind of trail off a little bit.
Yeah,
Back to
I
Midland.
was meaning to give my thoughts on the
Yeah,
Midland
we're
thing. I
talking
still
about neo
haven't.
traditional country. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about.
Here, wait, real quick. Midland. I would say I'm super excited about what's happening. I'm excited that we're getting an album in May, right? May?
Yes, sir. May
And
6th.
which May Zach Bryan and Midland? Are you freaking kidding me?
And don't
Are you
forget, right?
kidding me?
Well, I mean, this is release season, but like, don't forget we got Ernest this Friday.
Yeah.
We got Randall King coming later this month. We
Ugh.
got Haley
And
Witters
Haley
coming
Witters.
later this month. We got Thomas Rhett in April. Another one I'm forgetting. We got Midland in May. We got Zach Bryan in May.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, right before summer, it always turns up because that's when people want to put out their music. And it's, yes, please. Last year was nuts.
Yeah.
There was like Thomas Rhett, Eric Church releasing 3 albums, Brian Kelly's whole explosion. It's a fun time.
Actually,
it's a fun time.
I still feel bad about it, or maybe not bad. Maybe that's not the best word. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I need to listen to the Brian Kelly album.
Have you still
because I mean I've heard like 1 or 2 songs and maybe like just clips of other songs just from being on like social media and stuff like that. But I have not gotten. And the thing is, I love beach music. I love beach country music. Like I really enjoy Kenny Chesney's beach country. I love Jack Johnson, who isn't a country, but he's very beachy. But like, I just need to listen to that, like really badly.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I'm really late to that game. But real quick,
only like a year.
my only thing with this Midland album, I keep trying to, we keep. My only thing with this Midland album is that I think it's 12 tracks and we've already gotten 6, and I'm like, dang.
But they did that too with Let It Roll. But I feel like this one's more excused because.
But I thought Let It Roll had like 15 tracks or 14.
Yeah, but there was like 7 or 8 that came out beforehand.
Well, maybe I just didn't listen.
I just didn't
listen to all the songs before.
Yeah. Because I think the difference with The Last Resort is like it was an EP, and like I don't know if they always intended to make it a full album or not.
Sure.
But it's like an EP going into an album, like
and they are.
I can kind of give that the pass. Whereas let me pull up the Let It Roll track list because I know there was like so many songs that came out before. 3, 4, 5, Mr. Lonely, Cheatin' Songs, and Put the Hurt on Me all came out beforehand.
I remember Put the Hurt on Me. I remember that one came out before. Because I remember jamming out hard to it.
Fast Hearts and Slow Towns.
That one's... I love that song so much.
You know it.
That's such a good song.
Playboys was early. So I guess that is only 5, actually, the more I think about it.
Yeah, like 5 out of like... I think there's like
5
14
out of 14
tracks.
5 out of 14.
Yeah. That, like, see, I can be like, okay, there's 14 tracks on this album. 5 is the max that I want.
I still get 9 new ones, whereas this one,
yeah,
we're kind of
you
just
only
getting 6.
You get half. You get another EP, which is fine. I'm not complaining. It irks me just a little bit.
Selfishly,
Yeah.
I want as much new Midland music as I can possibly
Yeah,
get.
that's what it is. It's the fact that, we're only getting... It's an album, but only 6 of the songs are songs that I've never heard before.
That said, though,
I shouldn't have listened to the new song.
That said, like, 2-3 months after it comes out, that's not going to be bothering me. I'm just going to be like, dang, this is a fantastic album.
Yes,
like, I can't say that yet.
The 6 songs that we have are all really good. So
so it's like, they've really got to mess this up. And I'm just interested to see where they go, because it seems like they've got a running theme. I like this whole thing. I like this Join Us at the Last Resort, the tour advertisements. I like it all. I think it's really cool, but we got to move on. Or, well, we don't have to, but we probably should for time's sake. I still got a video to edit too. Zach,
be slacking.
Bro, I do. Look, I'll tell you why. When it fits in this podcast, I will tell you why. But
Why don't
Zach,
you were telling me you got a like a thing. Why don't you tell us after we talk about all the new music? Why don't we do that?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So next up is Zach Bryan. He put out From Austin. I talked about it in New Music Friday. I think it's fantastic. It's out now. There's another one coming out in April. I forget the name of it, but I know he's putting out another one. But Yeah. What are you saying with the new Zach Bryan?
The first time I listened to this, I was kind of like, I was just caught off guard, I guess, because like I wasn't expecting it to sound the way it did, especially with the Zach Bryan we've heard in the past. Just the instrumentation and like it kind of gets a little like grand, I guess.
Yeah.
At point parts, like just kind of like in your face, but it sounds good. Like that.
I
This is
think
not
it's
negative.
Yeah, I think it's the
And
most like not logical, but
there's a
this
there's
is
a
a
part
great
in-
evolution.
yeah. There's
It's
a
like the
part
perfect
of,
sound for him to go into.
is it this? It's maybe it's the second to last chorus, but there's a part where it's the part of the song where it like goes like kind of silent, and then he goes, "When I finally going to Austin," but like
Yes.
but
That's
he,
the start of the third chorus.
but he
I
like
thought
snarls. He like snarls when he
Yes,
says it,
yes.
and I like how you can hear
Bro.
it in his voice. It changes. I like it a lot.
Oh,
I like
it's
it a lot.
so good. And I think like honestly, I think this Americana sound serves Zach way better. Like Quiet Heavy Dreams, I feel like was a little more like country.
Sure.
I think it was a little more not conforming. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I think country folk is a good way to label that album.
Yeah,
Because it kind of has a little bit of old school folk.
Yeah, and so it's more
vibes.
like it's gonna use like this sound and this structure, and it sounds.
Yeah.
It
sure.
sounded great by all means, but I think like him using
maybe
this-
maybe that one was like more. Are you trying to say that maybe that one was more like put in a box, like he was
Yeah,
like?
yeah, because
but
I feel
this
like
one has more room to.
exactly. I think
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
when he goes down this Americana route, and I know he's now working with the producer from the Lumineers, the OG producer. I just think that is like the perfect combination because like
Ooh.
Zach has
Sorry,
never
keep
been
going.
okay. Zach
Jesus.
like he is. We love him in the country world, but in general, I mean his stuff is like generally more Americana based. So I feel like going down that route, adding a horn, adding a big chorus, adding a sing along bridge. I think it really like it's cool. It's been really cool to see the evolution of Zach over these last few years, and even
Yeah.
cooler knowing that like I've been there. I've been there with Zach Bryan from the start, which it's just cool to see that because I mean there's some artists that you kind of catch them after they've blown up and it's cool and whatnot. But with Zach Bryan, it's like I was there, not like I was there like blah blah blah, but you know like right when Deanne came out, I was there. So it's cool to see an artist like that grow. And now you've got something. You went, "Ooh,"
I do have
and
something.
then you disappeared from the screen,
Because you said the Lumineers.
and I kind of babbled until you got back.
I have right here. I have
Oh,
deluxe limited edition vinyl of the Lumineers that I have not opened yet. But
Oh,
the
that looks
disc-
so clean.
Actually, while we talk, I'll just open it.
Oh yeah, so for listeners, Jaron has he left his seat for a moment, came back, and he's now holding this shiny, unopened Lumineers vinyl. He's now opening it with a knife. Jaron has a knife on the ready, and he's now opening the orange Lumineers, the new album,
Here, wait.
deluxe. I don't know why he just has a knife on standby like that.
Bro, I actually, I mean, look,
The most dangerous thing I got in
these
like,
Canadians wouldn't
reaching.
understand. Okay, you want me to? Actually, I can't. Whatever, it doesn't. These Canadians wouldn't understand because I don't know. It's just how I grew up. I got two older brothers that are Boy Scouts. Pocket knives and guns have just kind of run in the family. So
The most
I've got,
dangerous
like-
thing I got with
I've got a
my arms
drawer
reach
full
is
of
a
knives
guitar
right
pick.
here, big boy.
What do I got a drawer full of?
Anyway.
I got a
What I was
tripod. I got some markers. Ain't no guns in here.
Anyway, while we're on the topic of the Lumineers, not talking about this vinyl, but the past couple days we've had weird weather here around Indiana, and you probably got some of it. Did you have thunderstorms recently?
Nope.
No. Any rain?
Nope.
Really? Okay.
Oh, actually, no. We got a bit of rain actually the one day.
Yeah. Well, the past couple of nights we've had like thunderstorms, and I think we're supposed to get some tonight too. But 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, it rained a bunch, and the night before it did too. But 2 nights ago, it rained a bunch, and I had left my window in my car cracked just a little bit. Just a little bit. And my
did that as
limited,
well one time.
my deluxe edition of this Lumineers album was sitting, and the thing is, it's not like a plastic. It's one of it's one of the ones that's made of like a cardboard paper material.
Oh.
And there's a poster inside. The thing is, the colors are fine, but now it's all like wavy and wrinkly, and it was wet. Yesterday, I went to the store to get groceries, and I get in my car, and I'm like, oh no. There's water on this seat. And I look up and the window's open. I'm like, oh no. And then I start looking at all my CDs here are plastic covers. But then there's the one that was on top, which was my Lumineers album. So it got covered in water. I haven't checked the poster that's inside of the CD case to see if it's okay. It probably isn't. But that's whatever.
No.
I'll cry about it. But real quick. We're going to live opening, listeners, I'm sorry. You'll just have to hear Evan react to this, but this is the limited edition.
Oh my
pressing.
gosh. Yo, that actually looks sick though.
Yeah.
Hold on, that looks like
It's like a cream orange.
Oh, I
Pretty
can't be
dope.
bothered. I can't be bothered to get it out, especially because listeners are
Dang,
just sitting there like,
that
what
is
the frick?
clean.
Yeah. I don't have. My friend lent me
That's some nice stuff right there.
the Stony vinyl by Post Malone, his first one, and it's orange and black and it's wavy and it's like that color and it looks so nice. And also it's like slightly warped, not enough to distort the sound, but just warped enough that when you like watch it spin, it's got like the wave oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it out right now because
It's interesting that you bring that up about warped vinyls because my buddy one time came over and was like, your vinyl's warped, because I was listening to a vinyl while he was over. And I was like, no, it's not. My record player just does that. So any record that I play, it just kind of like wobbles a little bit. None of my vinyls are actually warped. It's weird. I don't know what it is. It's like something about it is a little off.
Mm-hmm.
It plays the records fine. There's no so hopefully it's not damaging anything. But anyway, what are we?
Zach Bryan.
We were talking about Zach Bryan. We got
We've
onto the
been getting
Lumineers.
off topic a lot this episode, but it's all good. It's been good discussion. Zach Bryan's working with the Lumineers. The song is from Austin. Me and Jaron both love it. Yeah, and so because we have one more piece of music, and then you wanted to bring one as well. Death Row. Sorry, I had no transition there. We're going to move on from Zach Bryan to the latest installment, the latest pre-release from the Thomas Rhett album that comes out in like 3 weeks now. It's coming up. So this is probably the last taste we're going to get beforehand. It is Death Row featuring Tyler Hubbard and Russell Dickerson. I freaking adore this song. I reviewed it quite highly. You said earlier this week, though, that you had something you wanted to bring, and I wasn't sure if that was in like a negative or positive way, but the way you said it, I feel like you got a bit of a hot take brewing.
I don't know if it's a hot take. We'll call it a lukewarm take, I guess, because I think I told you when we talked on Sunday that I was on YouTube and the music video for this song showed up in my recommended. I was like, oh, I should just listen to this. I'll watch the music video. So I watched it. It's a pretty basic music video. I'm not like complaining about it, but what I want to talk about is in the music video, they're just like sitting on stools and playing guitars and singing. It's not like a creative like music video that involves a prison or anything like that. But whatever, I don't care. The song itself was cool. It's cool, and I think it's a really good concept, like actually. And I don't hate it. I want to make it clear. I think it's a solid song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a little underwhelming to me, I guess, because I thought it'd be really cool.
You can definitely argue the sentiment carries it.
Yeah, I understand, and I would say that the sentiment makes it a good song, because to me, the lyrics aren't... It feels just kind of pandering, I guess, to me. I understand that it's it's based on their experiences from visiting the prison. But to me, it would have been really cool if they took that experience and then made a story out of it, even if the story wasn't real. That being said, I'm sure plenty of people really like this song, and I don't think it's bad. I think it sounds okay. It's not like, I just don't think it's. I wish I liked it as much as other people. I just think it's okay. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to like argue you or be like you're wrong, but like I'm reading the lyrics and I think like
it's.
I think it progresses quite well. I mean, it starts out with
Yeah.
Thomas just saying like, "Hey, me and my buddies went to
I've listened to it a couple
death
times
row,"
now.
and then Tyler Hubbard talks about Johnny. He gives us a bit of insight about Johnny.
Yeah.
And then
it just felt a little awkward to me sometimes. I don't know.
Interesting.
I
don't really know where you get that, but
I think
obviously
it was maybe going into it, I didn't have expectations, but it wasn't what I was expecting, I guess.
I was not expecting a song like this from Russell Dickerson and Tyler. I can tell you that much. I was expecting this to be some corny, bland, overdone pop song. So
yeah, it's hard to describe how I feel about it. I
get what you mean. There are some songs
it felt like
it
felt like they were trying really hard to to make you feel a certain way, and to me it comes off a little disingenuous. Just a little bit.
Interesting.
Maybe that's how I feel. I think that's how I feel. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad song. Honestly, I think it's good. It's weird. I don't know.
No, but that's how it works. Some songs, like, I mean, there are some songs that everyone loves, and I'm just kind of there like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, then you wanted to bring one more that was also featured in New Music Friday. That is the latest pre-release from Cole Swindell's upcoming album, featuring Hardy, Down to the Bar. I talked pretty negatively for a very short period of time about it on New Music Friday. Jaron has his head in his hands at the moment.
I've got a couple.
So open up the floodgates. Let's hear it. What are you saying?
First, I had a couple people message me and tell me to listen to this album. Or not album, this song. And I was like, I don't want to. and so I did yesterday. And I got a couple things to say. Maybe I haven't actually. I thought I'd heard Cole Swindell before. I don't know.
Are you gonna say it sounds like Dierks Bentley? Because I forgot to mention that in New Music Friday. But if you didn't tell me who this was, at several points in time, I would say that's Dierks Bentley.
So first off, he sounds like Dierks Bentley for the majority of this song, like almost exactly like him.
It's weird.
Like,
it's actually
very
weird.
close. It's like it's so close that you can tell that it's not him, but it also sounds so much like him that you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I haven't even talked about the lyrics.
Thank you.
Yet.
I forgot. That's one thing after I posted the video. I was like, I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, and then also, it's not even just his voice. The song sounds like. It just sounds like.
Dead.
What's his song with Hardy? Dirk's song with Hardy and Breland, I think.
Oh, Beers on Me.
It kind of just sounds like Beers on Me.
Yeah, Hardy's kind of gone back to his
just from
negative
Sonic...
Midas touch lately, where he's just like.
I don't think Hardy did. Hardy write this song?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he did. It sounds like a Hardy song.
Well, he knows what he's doing because he's throwing his trash songs to the people that he's just throwing them out there. Like
anyone can get the trash Hardy songs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I talked pretty positively, like I had a beacon of hope for Hardy when he put out Sold Out on his Instagram. I'm really gonna need him to come through on that.
Yeah.
Because I was a big Hardy supporter from the beginning. There was no way I could not call it as it was with Hixtape 2. But now that he's going back to this, his next solo thing better be good or it's not going to age well for him. I don't think I'm worried. I'm not worried about his solo stuff.
I think his features on other people's tracks are different. Because I don't think he actually really cares about that. Because it's not his song, you know? Like, it's not his song. Like, he might have written it or whatever, but it's not, like, his album. It's not...
Yeah.
I think everything that he's put out on his own to date is pretty good. Even like, I know people don't like Blurry, his cover of Puddles of Mud song. I love rock, so that song is just good. Like, it just is. I don't. If you don't like rock, then I completely understand that. Or maybe you're just not as big into it as I am. But like, I'm not too worried about it. I would be surprised, I guess, if his music was this little effort.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Is like little effort.
Yeah.
It just feels very like passionless. Like I feel like I could sit down and write half of Hicks tape in 20 minutes. That's an exaggeration, but I genuinely bet I could write a song that is of practically equal quality to most of Hicks tape 2 in 90 minutes. I bet I could.
You know the weird thing about this song?
What?
Is that it sounds... To me, well, for one, he sounds kind of like Dirks. And the other thing is that it kind of sounds like Beers on Me to me.
We should specify, just because we talked about Hardy for a while, we're saying Cole Swindell sounds like...
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And the weird thing is that I don't hate Beers on Me. Like, I think it, for some reason, Down to the Bar just feels like a weird, like, why does Cole Swindell sound like him? Why does the song sound like him?
It's
and
just
why
weird.
Is Hardy on both of these songs?
Yeah.
And
Braylon, speaking of Braylon, bro, he put out Praise God with Thomas Rhett. That's a disaster.
I haven't heard it. Talk to me.
What's a disaster. I mean, like, basically imagine, like, he practically completely rips off Where Ya At. Like, this sounds like a hip-hop version of Hardy's Where Ya At.
Really?
But just, it's now talking about praise God for Southern women and stuff. And it's like, man, this ain't it at all. At all.
You know what? I'm tired of talking about bad music, so let's continue.
I've had enough talking about trash. Let's talk about something hype. I'm going to share my story about why I am dog tired right now, why I'm wearing a hat, because I took a shower right before recording this, because I was sweating. And that's because I went to my first and last high school basketball game tonight. Oh. I say last because it was the championship game. And granted, right?
What do you mean? Is it? Oh crap! How does that like? Do you like sectionals? Like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, like this is our region.
Because we have state. Okay, because we have like state championships, but you don't have states. You have provinces. So...
Yeah, no, it's not. It's based on like your district, like.
Okay, that's what. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so, I kind of got stiff though, cause like, you know, grade 9, I never went to basketball games. Grade 10, COVID hit. Mm-hmm. Grade 11, there was nothing, and then grade 12, you couldn't spectate until like the start of February. There was no visitors allowed.
Oh, I shouldn't be surprised.
We're in Canada, yep. But then also I wanted to go to the semifinals, but I had to work. But the finals were tonight, and it was crazy. I feel like I'm in some High School Musical the way this game went. Like, first of all...
Hey, hold up. Have you seen High School Musical?
Yes, but I forget what it's about because it was a while ago. But, I mean, I just feel like a corny movie character, okay?
Okay.
Everything went like a script.
Yo, bro, my life is a movie.
My life's a movie? Yeah, shut up. All right. Anyways, I showed up nice and early because the junior team was playing before, but no one cares about the juniors.
Yeah, that's right.
But I just wanted to get front row seats, and I was saving...
Hold on. Juniors, like
9,
junior
10,
high?
Grade 9, 10.
Okay, the JV. Okay, gotcha.
And then seniors 11, 12.
Okay, gotcha.
So showed up nice and early, watched the entire junior game with my buddy Nick. And then
Shout out Nick.
And then Shrinakesh, bro, Shrini's a hero. in so many ways.
What? What?
He-
what?
he-
No,
his
say
fam-
the.
Srinikesh.
Is he from? Wait. Is he from Sri Lanka?
No.
Well, the only reason I
Um,
say that is because I have family that's like from there, so they have names that are kind of. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
But Shrini is a hero for so many reasons. And then my friend Umar, he came right at the start of the senior game. We saved a spot for him, front row on the home team side. And it was a crazy game, right? First of all, some context. There is a kid on the other team who is grade 9. This guy has been on sports shows. He's like ranked number 5 in the country. He's grade 9 playing on the senior team. And he dropped like 45 points on us tonight, okay?
They got an NBA player on there.
Bro,
team.
it was like...
An NBA prospect, I mean.
Oh my gosh, it was nuts. Like, you're grade 9? What? Anyways, so game starts, and there was also one guy with like a brutal hairline, but that's unimportant. The game starts, and we're up 28-6, okay, in the second quarter. Like, it is a blowout. And there was this one time, kid on our team, Andrew, he went up and just dunked on the prospect grade 9 kid so hard. Everyone freaks out. And the best part, right, is me and my friends, we're in the front row. So, like, you get to...
It's like the Joe Rogan meme with the...
Exactly, bro. That's what we're doing.
Where he puts his arms out and it's
that's
it's
exactly
the
what we're doing, right? He goes up to dunk, and we're just like, hold it back. Hold the line. And then, anyways, the game gets going, and it's a good freaking game. But we're leading like 20 points with like 4 minutes left. And then suddenly, somehow, there's like 30 seconds left, and it's like a 5-point game. And it's getting tense, right?
And you're about to choke. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what we're getting worried about. We're like, no. But we missed 7 free throws in the last 90 seconds.
Bruh.
Like,
your team was literally choking.
We were choking so hard. And then with, like, they inbounded it with 15.2 seconds left. I can remember this, okay? With 8 seconds left, their grade 9 kid tosses up this wickedly contested 3 from pretty much the half court, drains it, tie game, right? The room just goes silent, and it is packed. Like, the way our gym's laid out, one side...
Was it a home game?
Yes, it's at our school, right?
Oh, okay.
And so the way our gym's laid out is the one side has bleachers, that's like 12 rows, and then that is completely packed. Like, I am squished. And then even then, at all the entrances, it's just completely full, like, lined up around the court, anywhere, like, but on the court. Like, there was hardly any room outside the lines. It was busy, but the room just went quiet, except for the freaking bench, because this grade 9 just dropped, like, his 45th point with 8 seconds left, a half court, to tie the game. And then, bro, we get the ball, and we go charging down. And freaking Andrew, the guy that got the dunk on him earlier, he just goes charging up the court. And he goes up for a layup against 4 players, okay?
Yo,
like, I have the video. Pretty much the entire team, this guy goes up against the layup. He's getting hit in all sorts of directions. And as he's coming down, he tosses it up, and it goes in. Everyone goes.
Hey, yo, hold up.
Nuts.
I just thought of something. You were saying that you had the shower after. You're telling me you sweat this much watching a basketball
bro,
game?
it was intense. Bro, not even that. But, like, when that shot went in, we stormed the court. We're like, the game's not even over yet.
I figured.
But we are freaking out, losing our minds. I'm going to send you a video. Someone in the back row got this great video of it.
You might have to try to put the video...
Might try to put the video in, but...
Maybe
oh my gosh.
We could probably upload it as a separate clip. Anyway, continue.
Maybe. Like, when that happened, bro, everyone... And then with, like, they got 2 seconds left. They're down by 2. So technically, if they land a 3, or a buzzer beater, it's over. And so we're like, bro... Guard 23. Don't let this grade 9 get anywhere near the ball, because he could literally, like, boot it and it go in. And the guy got it, and I guess their teammate just had a brain fart, because when when they inbounded it, he tried to pass it up the court, but there's 2 seconds left. And then we intercepted the pass, and everyone stormed the court. One of the greatest moments of my high school career, and I wasn't even on the team. We were just hype men.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't even on the team.
That was a great quote, honestly. One of the greatest moments of my high school career, and I wasn't even on the team.
It was so good though, because we were just me and my buddies, right? We're a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes, and we were just being hype men, right? Like we were heckling, we were doing everything, you know. Any insult was coming from our direction. Some grandma grabbed my shoulder and started giving me a death stare. But it's not my fault, okay?
Wait, what?
Because
she went like this?
They go to inbound the ball, right? And they're standing right in front of us. So just like jokingly, because I have to, because the guy's standing right there. It's their all-star guy, right? I just like jokingly acted like I was gonna smack his butt, right? Cause I had to.
Okay.
And this grandma, bro, the row right behind, just grabs me and gives me this death stare, right? Like as if that's her grandson, which I'm like, first of all, it's not. But like, she just looks at me. She's like, and I just said like, what? And she just kept looking at me. And I was like, bro, what? And eventually I just shrugged my shoulder off and turned around. Like
that's
you ain't
weird.
gonna. But oh man.
Anyway.
So that's my story. That's why I'm very tired.
Okay.
That's why I took a shower. I'm sending you that video. It was one of the bro. We free. It was so good. And with that. Oh, unless you're gonna add something. I figured you'd like that because you like basketball.
Well, I do like basketball. It makes me want to watch basketball. It's been a while since I've been in a close, serious game like that.
Oh, it was crazy, especially since it's for the championship too. So it was crazy. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, we're going to do a new segment. We're gonna try something out. Jaron brought this idea to me the other day, and I thought it's actually pretty cool. We don't have a name for it yet, so. By all means, drop name ideas down below in the comments. Send us a message. And Jaron, since this is obviously like you introducing it, explain how this goes.
I'll explain. So, about a week ago, I thought of this idea. I was like, it'd be cool if we had some kind of like little, just like informal, casual, like kind of little like quiz game show where we might learn more about some artists, and it could just be a fun little thing. So I was like, why don't I just kind of pull up some Wikipedia pages, and I'm going to give Evan's got, I think we're going to go with 3 guesses. Is that it?
Yep.
And basically, I'm going to give him some facts off of a Wikipedia page. Just some little tidbits, and he's got to guess who the person is.
So play along with us, obviously. Try and make your guesses who you think it is.
And so
I'm worried
tentatively... No, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I'm worried you're going to pick some, like, big name, and I'm just going to have a massive brain fart.
I will say that, well, I won't say anything. Anyway.
I know this person, right? I know this artist.
You know all I've picked 3. I picked 3 because I don't know how long this is going to take. We might do all 3. We might only do 1. It just kind of depends on how long this takes.
But, like, I know these people, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
If we play this again, I will probably... I will probably not. No, well, I might occasionally throw in a curveball, but I probably won't. Like, I won't make it too hard. So tentatively, this is called Jaron reads facts off a Wikipedia page, and Evan has to guess what he's talking about.
Roll it.
All right.
First hint.
So
let's see
for this first one, this is I think we'll start with this. I'm looking at the page here. And I'll say this. This person was on TV. So I think that narrows it down a little bit, right? She was on a show. Like a reality show.
She was on a show?
I did just say she, and I did not mean to.
Okay. Big hint.
That was a big hint. But this could be a couple. This could be a couple. So I feel like that was a pretty big hint.
Yep.
Do you want to go ahead and try for a guess? Use up one of your 3, or should I keep going?
Keep going.
Okay. Let's do... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you the age.
Ooh,
This person
okay.
this person is 27.
Oh, so they're younger.
Uh-huh. I might have just made it really easy for you. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. We'll see. I'll give you one more fact, but I'm gonna have to make this one a little bit harder. I could be good. I don't know. Would that give it away?
I think I
Okay.
might have a guess, but I want to get one more hint in. Because this
Okay,
could
okay,
derail everything I have right
I
now.
will say this: they have dated another celebrity at one point. I don't want to say who it is because that might just give it away completely. So you got a guess?
Okay. I almost want to say. I'm just trying to think of like people that I'm pretty sure
I feel like
competed on award shows.
You'll get this.
I'm tempted to say Lauren Elena.
Yeah, you got it.
That's the one main from. That's from American Idol, right?
Well,
she's one of the big stars from that show.
Actually, she was on. Well, I know she did Dancing with the Stars. Oh wait, no, she did. Sorry, yeah, she did do American Idol.
Because that's where she's one of the people I remember when I think like American Idol, people that went to success.
I think she was on when. I think she was on American Idol around when Scotty was, or am I remembering that incorrectly?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was around that time. Because the people I think when I think American Idol, I think Scotty McCreery, I think Lauren Elena, and I think, oh gosh darn it, why am I blanking? Lane Hardy, he was on there, I believe.
Yes, Lane Hardy was on there, and I was actually really interested in him because the music that I saw him perform, I was like, yo, this guy can kill it. And then I heard some of his music that he like actually makes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
It's music. All right, let's do it.
Number two.
I gotta make it a little bit harder because I kind of gave that one away, especially when
she was a massive hint away.
Yeah. I made a mess there. This one might be a little hard for me to make it hard for you.
Okay.
But I'm challenging.
That's already a hint.
Myself. Yeah, it is. Let's do this. Oh no, I can't do that. That's too easy. I'm just gonna say this is a blanketed thing, and this might make it really easy for you. I think the third artist will be the hardest one. The big artists are really hard because I feel like everybody knows everything about them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. His business practices are just kind of like, and I know I just said his, so you know it's a man, it's a male. The way he goes about things is a little polarizing. I'll say that. I feel like that's vague enough to maybe not like give you an idea who it is, but I guess it depends on how much you know about this person.
Polarizing.
I'll give you another one. I don't know if you know this, but if you do know this, I think if you don't know this, you'll just be like, huh? But if you do,
it'll give it away.
It'll give it away, you know. So I'm gonna say this. After our election in 2020, at the inauguration of Joe Biden, this person performed "Amazing Grace" on January 20th.
Oh no! Oh no! Who was that? Oh no! Because I remember seeing something about this, but who was it?
I'm gonna let you think about it just for a little bit. And
all
right. Okay, I'm gonna look at.
I know there's someone listening right now screaming at me.
Yeah.
Like, you idiot! It's this person.
The thing is, I gotta try to make this one hard because otherwise you're just gonna.
Can you give me like a place of birth or something, or would that give it?
I'm about to do that actually.
Okay. I feel like those basic facts.
I'll give you a basic. I'll give you kind of two and one, I guess. They were born in. I'll say state. They were born in Oklahoma, and they went to Oklahoma State University.
Oh no.
So that's that's 3 hints.
See, like I have guesses, but I'm not gonna like.
All right,
Google
I'm gonna
not gonna
slowly
Google
count
if
to
they
10.
went to like said place because I feel like that'd just be cheating.
All right, Evan, I'm gonna slowly count to 10. All right. Or should
This is gonna be wrong, but
yeah, just guess.
Jason, no. He's
Not okay.
He's not. No. Take that
That's
back.
not your guess.
He
Okay.
is not blue. He would not sing at Biden's inauguration.
That's actually a really good point.
I was thinking political people, but I was like, wait,
Yeah.
wrong politics. I'm leaning back from my mic. I hope I haven't been too quiet lately. Who's
I
like
think
pretty
I'm fine.
outspokenly left wing?
I don't know if I'd focus too much.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
This is annoying me because I know I've seen something like this. I feel like it might have been one of those like one of them Appalachian guys. But
All right, you gotta hurry up.
I'm
taking
gonna run
forever.
Sturgill Simpson.
Nope.
Ah, dang it. Or
It
wait.
was Garth Brooks.
Oh, nope, wouldn't have got that.
Oh, I should have given you. You're supposed to. You took forever, so you only get
Yeah,
one.
no, I didn't deserve another
Garth
guess.
Brooks.
My other
Garth
guess was gonna be
Brooks.
Tyler Childers because I know he's pretty.
Let me explain what I meant with the business thing.
Oh, bro, that's
You
yeah.
know-
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
like,
because like
his
he
streaming
does his own
service and everything.
Yeah, and then
Like-
it also took him like 5 years to come out with his newest album, and it's like
Yeah, no, that those were
What are you
good.
doing?
Oh man, that inauguration one's bugging me.
yeah, I was kind of banking on you like knowing about it, but not like really knowing it, you know.
Because I remember
Also,
seeing something. Oh.
I don't know if Garth is necessarily like super political. I feel like he wants to give off the image of he's like more neutral, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
He's
So like
like,
he'd
look,
be willing
I love
to
everyone, but
Yeah,
if you're
that
gonna
kinda
pay
thing.
me money, I'll side with you.
yeah.
All right,
That
last
kinda thing.
one. That was disappointing. From
All
my
right.
part, that was
Last
disappointing for
one.
me.
I personally don't actually know very much about this person at all, and I'm gonna try not to say their gender because I've done that for the past 2.
I'm not gonna try
Um,
and say her gender.
Don't. I'm not. You can't get me with that. All right. This might be a little hard for me just because I don't know. I don't have anything to pull from my own brain here. And I can't. Okay. You know what? I will say this. They are from.
I was gonna say,
Canada.
start me off with a state. What?
Yeah, they're from Canada.
Ooh.
This would be a good one. They at one point they worked with producer Dave Cobb. I'm hoping that you don't know that.
I have some ideas forming.
Okay.
I have some, but did they work with Dave Cobb, or am I just dreaming?
And they have released. Should I do that? I'll give you like 4 hints, so this will be the third one. They've released 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I just counted that right. They've released 10 albums.
Okay, that gets rid of a few of my.
Yeah, 10 albums. And I think I know what I want my last hint to be. So let me really quickly. I need to look something up just to like make sure I'm okay. And my favorite song by them is called. I don't know if that would give it away.
That'd give it away.
But it's not. I don't think it's that big. But you're Canadian, so I wonder.
No, try it. Is your choice what hints you want to give me?
But the thing is, it's not like a.
10 albums though, that's beefy.
Okay, I'll just say this. My favorite song by them has the word cavalry in it. As in...
I'm getting
person who
thrown
rides on
off
a
because when
horse.
you say them, I just think of like a group.
Them. I will say that it is... Well, technically they probably are a group, but it is headed by one person. So... I'm looking for just a name, not like a blank band.
That should be a dead giveaway, but I'm not onto anything. my brain cells should be firing rapid right now at that.
I think it's kind of like how Cody Johnson has his
Yeah.
band, but he's like the, it would be that equivalent. The Canadian equivalent, maybe. All right, I'm going to need an answer in like 15
I don't
seconds.
think you would. I think Blue Rodeo has too many albums, but I'm just going to throw Blue Rodeo out there. But no,
I
'cause
don't
you
know
said it was
who
a
that-
name. You said it was a
I don't
name.
know
You
who
said it
that
was a
is. I'll give you another guess. I have no idea who that is.
Dean Brody doesn't have 10 albums.
5, 4, 3, 2.
James
1.
Barker Band.
No, I don't know who that
Frick!
is either.
I'm just thinking of Canadian groups.
All right, I'm going to tell you. Core Blund.
What?
The song that I was going to say was I Want to Be in the Cavalry.
Bro,
you know that?
I
you know that song?
literally went. Nah. All I'm gonna say. I tried to play smart here, okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, Corb Lund. How many albums does Corb Lund have?
Yeah. I went
So I
on to
whipped him
Wikipedia.
up. This ain't fair. I counted 11 on Corb Lund. And so I thought, man, that's close. But
Oh,
bro.
it might be because well, on I counted from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And on Spotify, he has a deluxe album that shows up twice.
Bro, my mind immediately went to Corb Lund as well. But like,
Yeah.
that one's bugging me. That one's because I had him. All right, frick you to the highest degree. With that.
That was funny. Sorry.
Oh man, we gotta run that back. We gotta run that
Yeah,
back soon. And I'm gonna come prepared. I'm gonna like surf some
Yeah.
Wikipedia pages, maybe inform myself on some artists.
Viewers, let us know what you thought.
Let us know any tweaks you would make, any name suggestions you have, anything like
Yeah.
that.
If you wanted to be like, throw this one at Evan, he'll never guess this one. And if I'm being honest, I should. For future, this is like a trial episode. If we do this in the future, I'm gonna prepare a little bit more to get some, so that I'm not trying to think of
So you kind of have the
questions
facts
right
on
the
the go.
Yeah. So
Cool,
that we're not waiting for me to do things like that.
With that, we are going to move on to everyone's favorite segment. We're gonna have to power through this. We're already at an hour.
It's all right. We used to do like hour and a half long episodes.
Yeah. It is. Well, it is. What are we listening to? So, Jaron, would you like to go first or second?
You can ask me what I'm listening to. I'm okay with that.
All right. What are you listening to, Jaron?
I'm listening to a pretty cool EP called "Songs to Break Up To."
Ooh.
Now you might think after hearing that, like, wow, Jaron, how depressed are you to be listening to an EP on repeat called "Songs to Break Up To"? I'm not that depressed. I'm just always sad. I'm kind of like the Hulk, like he's always angry. You know, you wouldn't get that reference unless
you've
seen
enough.
Avengers.
I understand that Hulk's always kind of ticked off.
Okay, all right, whatever. This dude doesn't watch movies. Everybody make fun of him. Anyway, this EP was interesting for me because actually I had to go back and forth between a couple different things because I wasn't sure what I wanted to bring to this segment. And how the journey to me getting here was a little weird, and I don't even really remember how I did it. At one point, the band is called Wild Rivers. It's a group, and
Let me look this up.
they're kind of in my wheelhouse, and by that I mean some of their music is pretty chill, in the vein of like, I would say Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves, although less flashy and glamorous, more acoustic. Also Sarah Eagleson, Jesse Gosling, all that other kind of stuff. But it's a little bit more rocky. It's just in my chill area. The stuff I
get
really
that.
like. But how I found them, I honestly can't remember. But I do know that if I had to guess, I was probably listening to an album and a song by them auto-played, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. So I probably saved one of their albums. Oh yeah, I remember. I saved they have a 2016 album, a song off of it. Yeah. There's a song off of it called Heart Attack that I liked, and I was like, oh, I'm going to check these guys out. And so then I was like, for some reason I didn't listen to that album, even though that's the song that I heard was off of that album. Don't ask me why. I listened to their newest album that came out.
Fire album cover, though. Great album cover on that.
Which one?
Sidelines.
Yeah, I really like it, actually.
That's a cool cover.
I almost brought that album. But while I was listening to that album, I was like, I want to check out this EP, too. And so I checked out this EP that came out in 2020, which is really, it's an interest, because this is kind of like, it's one of those albums, or, sorry, not albums. It's one of those EPs. It's one of those collections of songs that came out during COVID and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. I like hearing the music that bands or artists release during that year, because a lot of times it has a lot. Yeah, sometimes it has a different vibe. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily, but this one is very. I think there's a reason why they released this. It's very, like, just the title of the EP, "Songs to Break Up To," like it's just about.
Right away.
It's about conflict and dealing with emotion and relationships, and I think it's really cool. And the very first song is called Left Off, and it's about where these people left off, kind of. And it's kind of sad, and when they sing it, it kind of feels like they're just tired, I guess, which I can relate to. And it's just like, man, I really like it. I think I really like this EP because it has a really good sense of direction. Like a really good sense of like, this is what these songs are meant for this. And it feels like they all belong together. Yeah. Because the second one is about awkwardness and relationships, and it's called Small Talk, and it's about how they don't actually really care and like stuff like that, and it's kind of funny, and it's a little like tongue in cheek sometimes, and I highly recommend that one. It's called Small Talk. And then there's the fifth track called Thinking About Love, and that one is very, very good. Best song on the album probably. I think it's just EP. I need to make sure I call it an EP. It's only 6 tracks, and all 6 of them I think are really good. Album art on this one I also really like. It gives me like just the way it's shot, and like it's been like desaturated so that it's like, and it's not quite black and white. It's like gray and cream.
It's like two-toned.
Yeah, and I really, really like it. But Small Talk and Thinking About Love are like the vibes off of this one. I really like it, and
looks cool.
I would also recommend their other stuff because I haven't heard anything that I don't like, but this EP is really good.
Nice.
Anyway, Evan, what are you listening to?
So I had a bit of a struggle choosing what I wanted to bring this week, because there is an album that I've been listening to quite a bit that I do really enjoy, an older album, but I think I'm going to bring that another week, because I think this week, just with all that's happened, this has more of a story to tell. So
I also ran into the same issue, because I was also thinking about bringing an album from my childhood, and I was like, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
So what were you saying?
So, basically some backstory. So, I got a few vinyls this week. I got 3 vinyls that were just given to me all within like 2 days, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool.
Oh.
So, the first of which...
Oh, wait, hold up. By the way, guys, Evan had a birthday last week.
Oh, yeah, it was my birthday last Sunday. Your boy's 18.
Tell him happy birthday or I'll fight you.
Exactly.
I forgot to, so don't worry, guys. I beat myself.
It's all good. My birthday was kind of mid, I can't lie. But anyways. Bro, I literally just had a shift of work and then came home and did law homework.
Well, I mean, that's how... Look, bro, not to get off topic, but really quickly. Like, my birthdays, a lot of times I'm not home. I'm, like, volunteering at, like, summer camp, so I don't even really have a birthday, really.
Yeah.
I usually just go out to dinner with my family, and it's like, and then my parents or my sibling, if like people might get me things.
Yeah. So, my mum,
Mum,
lovely woman. I love my mom.
Mrs.
But she has
Overshore.
some weird hobbies, interests. I don't know. She loves going on this thing. It's an online auction in our area where basically this auction gets things that didn't sell and then auction from different stores and different distributors and then auctions them off. So, especially when it comes like tech parts and stuff, it can actually be pretty handy. Like you can get earbuds for like $2 and stuff.
Okay.
So she got me this vinyl. Is it right here? If not, I'm not gonna. Okay, I don't know where it is.
Evan's being a stupid dummy and can't find his vinyl.
Yeah,
Right now.
I'm not gonna take the time to dig for it. Anyways, by a girl named Griff. She bought it because it was $1. Had no clue who it was or what the kind of music was, and was like, "Hey, I know you got a vinyl player." And it is not my type of music at all. I strongly dislike it. No offense to Griff, but it's like super electronic,
I'm sorry.
techno,
this is not,
pop, right? And so
that's not where I thought this was going.
that's not what I'm bringing.
Wait, real quick. Is it just Griff?
Yeah,
Okay. What album is it?
I think it's her only one, unless she has multiple.
1 foot in front. Is it like a white and black thing? Like
Yep.
on a
Kind of a cool
okay,
cover,
yeah.
I can't lie.
1 foot in front of the other. I kind of like it. Yeah. Anyway,
But
what is the album?
anyways, not my style at all. So that's not what I'm bringing. Then my brother, there was a garage sale or something in his area, so he got me 2 vinyls, and one of them was an Eric Clapton vinyl, very cool. That I have to get.
There you
to.
go.
Also, not what I'm bringing. What I am bringing is one that was slightly water damaged, just like yours.
Oh
But
God, that
It's,
I
in fact,
actually
it's
a part of me died, bro.
I can imagine. It's actually on the turntable right now. Viewers can see. I've got it there. And it's a cool one that I had no clue who this was or anything. It is Moondance by Van Morrison.
Oh, you added a song from this album into the playlist.
I did.
Yeah, and it's
I
pretty
had
good.
Never heard of Van Morrison. Never heard of Moondance. Never heard any of these songs. But I just got it, and my dad came down, and he was like, "Where did you get the Van Morrison vinyl?" And I was like, "Oh, Blake, my brother gave it to me." He's like, "That's my favorite album of all time." And I'm like, very random, but like, really? And he's like, "Yeah." And then he said how like he had this on his what were they called? Not Walkits, but like
Walkman, Sony Walkman.
yes,
Gosh,
he had it on
such a
cassette.
young kid.
And he would play it through his Walkman when he went camping and stuff. And he said he had a teacher that would always play Van Morrison songs on Friday afternoons. And so it's called Moondance. How many songs? I think there's 10 songs. And it's just a really cool album. It's labeled as rock. It's from that hippie era, so it's also quite a bit of folk, even some jazz at times. There's times where I'm listening, I'm like, this is just some straight rhythm and blues jazz. But it's just a cool album to like throw on. Very
I need to
like I wasn't alive obviously, but I kind of feel like I'm reminiscing on like the 60s, even though I was nowhere near alive in the 60s. Moondance, the title track, is the first one I heard because my dad was like, "You got to put on Moondance first," and I did, and it's a big vibe. I love the use of piano.
yeah.
Just a big groove. The other
Was Moondance the one you added? I think.
I
maybe?
believe so. The
Yeah,
other
yeah,
one
yeah.
was Into the Mystic. It's just cool. Like I don't know. I've listened to it like a few times now on vinyl, so I don't know it in and out like I do most albums that I like to typically when I bring an album like know everything about it. This one I've just kind of thrown on and listened to not half-heartedly, like I didn't care, but just like I was while doing other stuff. So I can't come on and say like, man, like this, but it's just like it's a smooth listen. It's a cool listen. I love that old instrumentation. Also, the vinyl is a little worn down, so it's got a little more crackle when I play it, and it's just cool. And I think especially like this would have been like not meaningless to me because like my brother sent me 2 vinyls out of nowhere. Like, that's a cool little gift, but it adds so much like interest and intrigue when my dad comes in. It's like, oh my gosh, that's my favorite album ever. And I'm like, first of all, then how did you never show me this? But anyways, yeah, Van Morrison, Moon
Dad's
Dance.
Dad, what the heck? Holding out on
Dad, what you doing? Very cool album, and that is what I brought this week. Now,
I would say two pretty solid recommendations. Because I have heard Moon Dance because Evan added it to the playlist, and I've listened to the playlist a couple times since then, and it's a vibe. So
it is just that whole album is just a big vibe. I feel like I'm just sitting on a wooden chair with like a felt cushion, and everything around me is just like that old style. Like I feel like I'm gonna have like carpet in my bathroom or something weird. That's what they used to do back in the day. Anyways, we're going to transition into the final
carpet in a bathroom is gross. Sorry, you got me.
Oh, dude, it is unfathomably disgusting.
That'd be horrible to clean too. Like,
how do you clean it?
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to talk about bathrooms right now.
Sorry.
I'm not looking to go in depth on like.
I didn't. You got me thinking. It's on you actually, because you got me thinking.
That is definitely on me. The final segment of today's video, we're bringing it back. Jaron made me watch another movie, and I watched it.
This segment, which is called Jaron makes Evan watch a movie, and then we talk about it.
We still don't have a name for it. What movie did you make me watch this week?
I made Evan watch one of the greatest action thrillers of all time, called Casino Royale, which is the first of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. And it should be noted, I didn't tell Evan this. I told him nothing. I just told him, hey, watch this movie. I know I should also shout out to Hannah. Hannah was like, hey, you should have Evan watch Casino Royale. And I was like, you know what, Hannah? That's a great idea. And so I told Evan to watch it. But it should be noted that, I'm going to say it. The Casino Royale is the first of 5 movies. And these 5 movies together as like a group are my favorite movies, like series. Like these movies. Now, don't hold back. Like if you don't like this movie, don't hold back. Like, I want you to be honest with me here, because this is actually really interesting for me, because
I'll be very honest.
Because I'm very movie headed and you're very not. So go ahead, give me your thoughts. Your thoughts.
I should open by saying.
You said,
I should open by saying I didn't know this was a James Bond movie.
Oh, that would be dope. That would be dope, going in and not knowing. That's such a cool experience. Wait. Did you not know that until I told you, or you had to figure it out because they call him Bond?
No, like I knew. No, but I mean, before I searched
going into it.
Going into it, I didn't know it was a James Bond movie. I just thought Casino Royale, whatever. I was like, oh, it's a James Bond movie, and I'm like, I ain't never seen one of these before. I've never seen the James Bond movie.
Yeah.
And so this is my first thing, and I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna wait. No, wait. You just say it.
No. Say what you were gonna say.
Okay. I'm sorry. I get really excited when I talk about these movies because, look, I was willing to pay $42 to get the last movie's soundtrack on vinyl. So, yeah, I really like these movies. Anyway, the Casino Royale is just in, I'm not going to say everybody, but most people that are James Bond fans believe that Casino Royale is one of the best, if not the best, James Bond movie to ever release. Now, there's some competition There's a couple other movies that kind of get thrown in that discussion, but what were you saying?
I really like this movie. I can't
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I was going to be... This is one of my... Oh, I love this movie.
I was like... Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you right here, this isn't even my favorite James Bond movie. It's not even my favorite one.
I would be up for another James Bond movie. Yeah, but I also want to expand my horizons.
Oh, yeah.
The thing was for me, like...
We might come back to this. We might come back to the series. We might do the series one by one, but we'll that's actually a pretty good idea. But we'll do some other movies and we'll do some other movies in between.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I'd say
I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Like I really liked it. Like
yeah.
I am not a movie guy. This is no secret. That's why we do this segment.
I'm making you a movie guy.
You are.
I know the first movie I threw at you was a stupid rom-com. I'm gonna start throwing you some really
bangers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, even with the first one, right? Like, with all due respect, I did watch it in 1.5 times speed because I was just
Evan, no. Oh, that's just.
I was just like, all right, let's.
The thing is, I know you're serious, and no, I can't.
I watched the rom-com in 1.5 times speed because and there were times I was wait, I need it. There were times I was like, no, I need to drop this to 1.25.
Wait, no, I remember. Wait, okay, no, I know you watched the rom-com in 1.5 speed. Are you saying you watched Casino Royale in 1.5 speed too?
I'm saying I started with it in 1.5 times speed.
And you lowered it to 1.25.
No. I actually was like, wait a minute. No. This is kind of sick. So I lowered it to regular speed.
Oh, okay. That's a compliment. Okay.
I watched the whole 2.5 hours at regular speed. And I was freaking... What?
Yo, okay. So how far into the movie were you like, okay, I'm going to watch this normally because this is good?
2 minutes.
Okay.
Like it was soon. It was soon.
Because
it was like during that opening scene in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
That's when I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is kind of cool.
So then that means you watched all of the parkour chase scene in normal
in real
speed.
Time. Yes.
That scene is such a
so
well-done chase scene.
Yes, it is unreal.
They fight on a freaking crane. Tell me about it. What do you think of that scene? I love that scene. It's like a 6-minute chase. It ends in an embassy. It's so good.
It was very cool. There was one thing I remember being like, I don't know about that one, Chief, but I forget exactly what it was about. But that is definitely a cool scene where they're like running through the embassy and then he like shoots the barrel and it explodes and he runs away, right? And then he's back in the English government and they're like, you killed everyone.
That's his... I got a couple things to say just as first off, it's kind of I really appreciate that they acknowledge that, like the fact that he kills a bunch of people because, and from what I understand, I haven't seen a ton of the old James Bond. I haven't seen a ton of them. From what I understand, they're a little bit more cheesy, like maybe just a little bit goofier. Not all of them are, but they also... Bond is very much this one-dimensional character where he's a good guy, like he's doing good things, but he's also kind of a piece of crap because he's a womanizer, he's a player, and Daniel Craig's James Bond very much is that. But you're going to see as we hopefully watch more of these movies.
I am not opposed to it all.
Yeah, that he grows from this very selfish, cocky, arrogant young agent. He grows into this man who comes to understand the value of life, and he has this toll that's weighed on him, and I will say that his conclusion is extremely satisfying, and I'm excited for you to see that. But back to what you were saying.
The movie continues, and we're introduced to Le Chiffre, which, by the way, ridiculously that is such a badass name. It's not fair to the rest of us.
Yeah,
you're Le Chiffre. Le what now? But it's balanced out by how ugly this man is. Like
he's such a good villain because
he's the perfect villain.
Well, you tell me because he is. Tell me what you think you like about him. I'm just curious.
Ugly as frick, Okay. I'm sorry. The way they done up his makeup or something, he's looking like he's made of plastic. He's got this weird
I don't even
scar.
think he's ugly. I think he's just creepy. You
Yes,
know?
yes. And
Yeah.
like the way they've done his hair and everything, he just looks like he has an attraction to kids or something. But and he's got this like model girlfriend, and he's playing poker on a boat and whatever. And then Bond like flies over and he's doing all this shady stuff, and I didn't understand not the intro, but like that original scene, or no, it is the intro when they're like giving the money, and he's like, all right, short this stock, and I was like, yo, what's going on?
They help you understand what
yes,
exactly
but then
is
it comes back in, and he's at the airport, and they're trying to blow up this plane to tank the company so that the short go. And I was like, that was the first time in the movie.
They're rigging stocks.
They're rigging stocks.
Yeah.
And that was the first point in the movie where I was like, okay, holy heck, this has my attention. Like I've been watching it in normal
It's
speed
really
for
cool.
a while, but I was like, that is freaking cool. And then he stops it, and he goes to this crazy fight scene, and it's ice cold.
Yeah.
And then of course the one girl he was going at it with winds up dead in a hammock, and I'm like, all right, how did we end up here?
Oh yeah, her. Oh, okay. Continue. Sorry, I'm really excited. I love these movies,
dude. It was so freaking cool. And then like how this Le Chiffre guy is in all this debt, and so he starts this high class poker
why don't we
tournament.
We're kind of like, basically. We should explain spoilers. I guess this movie's 20 years old. Basically.
All sorts of spoilers here.
But like, the movie starts with Bond it's his initiation to become a 00. It starts with him. He's killing a guy in a bathroom, and it's doing flashbacks and stuff. And then he's in this room with a guy that he's been sent to kill. And the dude's like, "Oh, I've got you," and he's pointing a gun at Bond, and he's like, "Haha." And he's like talking all this trash, and then he's like, "Oh, so you already got your first kill as a 00," and he's like, and then he's like, Bond's like, "Oh, I'm not actually a 00. You're my last kill to be a 00." And then the dude tries to shoot him, but Bond is a G and knew where he hid his gun, so he pulled the mag out, and then he kills him with it, and it's like, it's so good. It's such a good scene. But anyway, I need to talk faster because, anyway, basically, the chief rigging stocks. The way he's getting the money to profit off of that is he is essentially a private banker for bad people, terrorists, military organizations, all this kind of stuff. They give him the money. And what they don't know is that he takes it, invests it in things, and profits off of it, and they still get their money that they're owed. And so when he tries to blow up that airplane to tank a stock and then he would profit because he essentially bet against it. Yeah, he shorted it. He would have gotten a ton of money, but when the plane doesn't blow up because Bond stops it from happening, he loses out on a bunch of money, which puts him in a bunch of trouble. So then they have a high stakes. He's really good at poker, and so then this is where the high stakes poker game comes in. The whole point of this is that he is trying to get the money back that he lost because he has all these other terrorist organizations and all these other dudes coming after him. So the reason he's such a good villain is because he is just as desperate to win, if not more desperate to win, than Bond is. Because not only is Bond's life in danger...
That is a great connection I never would have drawn.
His life is in danger. His life is at stake.
You're making me realize why I like this movie so much.
Yeah,
I never would have been able to articulate this.
The reason he is so desperate for this whole time is because he used to have power and then he's had it taken away from him. And so him and Bond are at odds. And it's so good. And so eventually, we get to the poker game. Bond, before he gets there, meets his new partner Vesper, who he's going to be working with. She's part of the is it FBI?
Accountant.
Well, she's an accountant for the FBI, or is it MI6? Is she part of MI6? I don't know. I can't remember. The organization doesn't really matter that much. But I love, right off the bat, the relationship between Vesper and Bond when they first meet. You're like, oh shoot, this chick's freaking hot. Bond's about to get some. And it's like, sheesh. But what you don't know is that it's not the basic Bond thing where he just like has, he doesn't just fornicate with her and then like, dip. Like he actually, what I was saying earlier to Evan about like seeing this character grow through these 5 movies. In this movie alone, Bond goes through so much development, or a decent amount, because he goes from this guy who just doesn't care to a guy who kind of starts to discover that he can have this affinity for caring for other people. Because when he talks to M, who is the leader of MI6, it's after the first events of the movie. She's so super mad at him for just being super reckless and causing a big scene with the embassy and all this other stuff, and he just doesn't care. Like, he just doesn't. But then you get about probably about halfway through the movie, there's a fight that goes down in the hotel that they're staying at during the poker match, and Vesper is just like traumatized by it. And so he finds her crying, like she has her dress on, she's sitting in the shower in their hotel room, and she's just like crying, and she's like shell shocked, and he doesn't like take advantage of her or anything like that. Instead, he sits down next to her and is just present with her and comforts her. And I think that's so cool to see him. You get to see a lot more of that as the character grows, especially at the end of the movie where he retires. They beat Le Chiffre, or whatever. I'm American, I don't know how these things are pronounced. But he beats the chief, and him and Vesper are able to. Oh, I should mention. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of jumping, and I shouldn't be.
You're good.
Bond beats the chief, gets the money with the CIA's help. Felix he becomes really good friends with Bond, especially in later movies. But he is an agent of the CIA who isn't as good. Him and Bond are on the same side, but they're on a kind of opposing agencies, but they're trying to do the same thing. So Bond loses all his money, and Vesper isn't willing to give him any more because she is worried he'll fail. Felix, the CIA dude, gives him his money because he sees that Bond has
the money to buy back into the poker.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, to
so
buy
there's
back
a poker
into
tournament, and it's $10 million to get in, $5 million to buy back in, and Bond thinks he's caught Le Chiffre's tell, but Le Chiffre is informed that Bond has his tell, so he changes it. Bond goes all in, loses. No one's gonna give him the money to buy back in. But he knows he can beat Le Chiffre. He knows he's a better poker player. So this other guy, Felix, says, "You know what? I'll give you the money to buy back in."
Yeah. And the only caveat is that when he does that, the CIA are the ones to bring in Le Chiffre, not MI6, and Bond agrees.
Yeah.
And so at first that's the arrangement, right? But then after Bond beats him, he finds out that Vesper. He's like, oh shoot. Where's Vesper? She gets kidnapped. He gets in his super dope Aston Martin, freaking goes on a chase, and then but then they know it's a trap, right? So they have Vesper, and he turns a corner going like 100 whatever down this like twisty road. It's at the middle of the night. When he turns left, she's right there on the road, so he swerves to miss her, and the car goes freaking rolling. And that wreck that he's in, that set a record for most flips in a car in a movie. Actually, it was kind of cool. And essentially they get captured. Bond starts getting interrogated by Le Chiffre, which is a really good scene.
Terrifying scene, though.
It's also terrifying as a guy because Bond's naked, the hole's been cut out of the chair that he's strapped to, and Le Chiffre is just swinging a rope and smacking him in the
it
private
hurts
parts.
thinking about it.
Yeah. But it's a really good scene, but not because he's getting.
Jaron just likes
some ball torture. No. But then all of a sudden Bond gets saved by like who saves him, and they never find out, and it's weird. But then you kind of find out later.
It's alluded to that Vesper makes a deal.
Yeah. Eventually, you find out.
Vesper's in another.
You find out
room
more
to be
about.
Tortured.
Yeah, Vesper is in another room, and he's not giving up the information but they're threatening to kill Vesper. Yada yada. Anyway, when they get out, him and Vesper essentially he essentially confesses his love for her, and he retires, and they go off and start to live together, and it's only been like a day or two, a couple of days I think, and they're wanting to. They got the money from the poker winnings. They got to keep the money. The CIA got to take in Lashif, except Lashif actually died. That never happened. But so one
does
day,
Lashif die?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stupid. We watch him die.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure you watch him die. You see him get shot.
Brain fart. Yeah, sorry.
But basically, I know this movie sounds really complicated, but if you watch it, it does make more sense. But it's also like a 2.5 hour.
2.5 hour movie. It's hard to summarize.
Yeah.
Then she goes to give the money away.
Well, what there was Bond begins to suspect something because he was like, wait, the funds haven't been transferred yet, and he comes to find out that she's taking the money to somebody else, and you're like, uh-oh, is Vesper actually a bad guy? Well, come to find out, Vesper's not actually bad, but she was being blackmailed essentially by by the organization that she made a deal with to save them. And
so they're in this torture room, and she makes a deal with these people.
Yeah.
That they'll get the money if they let them live.
Yeah, or if they save them.
If they save them. So they are saved, but now she has to give the money to these people.
Yeah. And
which
Bond is suspicious of her because she's pulled all the money from the account and it hasn't been transferred to the right account. And he's like, uh-oh. And so then he kind of goes into classic, like, he's reverting back to his old skeptical Bond, his ruthless, unforgiving, angry state. And I think he's more upset that he feels betrayed. And essentially, he's following her, but then he sees that there's a deal going on. But then he gets seen. And so then they take her captive. And then this building starts to fall down. Long story short, Bond doesn't care about the money. Bond doesn't get the money. He tries to save Vesper, but he can't. And the evil people get away with the money. And he loses the love of his life. And the thing is, Vesper truly did love him. But it's hard for him to... He just wishes she was honest with her. It's actually a pretty heartbreaking scene.
It's a hard part to watch, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, this kind of sucks.
The only reason she did what she did and didn't tell him is because I think one of her... It was like her lover from like wherever she was from was being held captive. But I think he wasn't actually even alive. Yeah. I don't think so. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. At the very end of the movie... Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I almost just spoiled the next movie. Whew, yeah. I dodged a bullet there. But yeah.
For me, that's the lengthy recap.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It took a while to recap that movie because
it's a long movie. Happens. There's a lot that goes on.
Kudos to you guys if you're
still listening at an hour 35.
I'm not kidding when I say I really do believe it's one of the greatest movies ever made. And there's a couple other James Bond movies that I like more.
It is up there of the movies I've ever seen, which is not a very long list.
Which is not a long list.
For me, I think for as action and fantasy as this is, there's a level of like... Not fantasy, fiction, sorry. Give me a break. For the action and fiction that this is, there's like a real level of believability to a lot. And I think it's that poker tournament, that like hour and 15 minutes where it's just scenes back and forth in a poker room and in the hotel room. That is one of the greatest like hours I've spent watching a movie because I am just fully invested. I am like, this is sick because, like you said, because the stakes are so high, and I love that everyone at the table knows what's going on. Like Lashif knows he's playing against James Bond. James Bond knows he's against Lashif. They both know the stakes, and they're like trying to call each
Nobody's
other's bluff.
saying it, and
And then there's people getting held captive in the hotel room, and there's a whole fight scene in between.
There's
You have
people
a heart
dying in
attack.
stairways.
There's people dying in stairwells.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is
We didn't even mention Bond gets put into cardiac arrest because
his drink gets spiked.
Because he gets spiked, and so he has to he goes out to his car and has to try to save himself, but then he almost dies, and Vesper finds him and saves him, and then it's a whole mess, and it's crazy, man.
It is an incredible hour, or however long that poker scene is.
Yeah.
That was such because the psychology going on there, even though it's a fictional movie, that was a crazy thing to watch.
It's so impressive to me that you can, like, I don't know. Like, poker's interesting to me. It's fun. But, like, the fact that you can make essentially an hour of people just playing poker,
like,
that
thrilling.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I am just
crazy.
Look, that was a very good suggestion, Hannah. I thoroughly enjoyed my time watching that movie.
Bro, Hannah actually, I think I actually told her this, maybe in a comment section. I think she's our viewer with the best taste. Like, as a blanketed, like, movies, books, music, anything.
Hannah.
You need Hannah. Ask Hannah. Ask Hannah
you
for
know
it.
it.
Yeah. All right. Well. Man. We might.
Episode. What?
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
No. You go.
No. That's better to talk about after the episode's over, so you can cut this.
That was a lengthier episode. Hope you enjoyed episode 19 of Waves on the Shore. Be sure to let us know some name suggestions for the Wikipedia segment. We'd like to keep that going. Maybe revise it a little, see what that looks like. Let us know what you thought of all the music down below. In the comments, or send us a message. Thank you for watching. If you've stuck through the hour and 40 minutes, you are the best of the best viewer, listener, whatever medium you're watching this on. If you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and like the video and share it around. And
sure.
I don't got nothing else to say unless you want to close it off.
Keep it American.
End of podcast.
End of podcast right there.